Have you been telling yourself, I'm too old to crush the LSAT, or law school is just for people fresh out of college? Think again. Older students, whether you're 28, 38, or 58, often score higher and get into incredible law schools. Why? Because real life experience is your secret weapon. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly why older students have an edge, the biggest pitfalls to avoid, and how to skyrocket your LSAT score even if you haven't studied in years. Today, you're going to find out how to turn your age into your advantage. First, for those who don't know me, my name is Steve Schwartz. I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005, and I personally increased my own LSAT score from a 152 to a 175. Now, at LSAT Unplugged, we emphasize tailoring strategies to each student's unique background, but the group I most often see overlooked in LSAT prep is older applicants, people with families, careers, and real responsibilities. If that's you, I want you to know I've seen older students achieve top LSAT scores, get into prestigious schools, and even get major scholarship money. Today, I'm going to share the methods they used and the methods you can use to make your law school dream a reality. We're going to bust the myth that being older is a disadvantage. We'll talk about time management, how to handle an older GPA, and crafting a personal narrative that law schools love. First, let's talk about why older students actually have an edge when it comes to the LSAT. You've navigated careers, solved complex real-world problems, managed your own finances, maybe even raised kids or led teams. All of that experience directly improves the way you read and analyze complex passages on the LSAT. While younger students may see hypothetical scenarios and scratch their heads, you might read the same scenario and recall something similar you've dealt with in the real world. That familiarity helps you process information more efficiently and accurately. You also have stronger discipline and focus because, let's face it, balancing a career, a mortgage, or kids while studying for the LSAT is no joke, but it also means you're used to juggling things. You're experienced at planning your day down to the hour, staying up late, or waking up early to fit everything in. Younger applicants sometimes struggle to stay consistent with study schedules because they're not as practiced at time management. You, on the other hand, already have structure in your life, which can translate into serious LSAT gains. Also, your reasons for going to law school are crystal clear. Older students usually have a compelling reason for pursuing law school, whether it's advancing in a current field, transitioning from one career to another, or fulfilling a lifelong dream. And this sense of purpose can keep you motivated through the most challenging parts of the LSAT prep and application process. Schools love it when you have a clear rationale for wanting a law degree, and your motivations tend to be more concrete, which can also shine in your personal statement. Now, despite these strengths, of course, there are real hurdles you'll need to address. The first is likely limited study time. If you have work or kids, mortgage payments, or chores, none of that's stopping just because you have to study for the LSAT. So to make headway, you're going to want to build a realistic schedule. Maybe it's an hour every morning before work, or 90 minutes after the kids go to bed. Consistency is going to matter a lot more than having some big marathon study day of your dreams. If you can find small pockets of daily study time, you'll keep your skills sharp and avoid burnout. You don't need to fit in 6 hours a day if you use your time wisely. Now at LSAT Unplugged, we actually help students craft personalized day-by-day study plans, laying out exactly what to do from now through your LSAT test date, considering the time that you personally have actually available to study. If you'd like my help crafting your own study plan, along with private one-on-one coaching, you can check out the links below to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. Now, your confidence might also be lacking if you see people fresh out of college who have an entire day free for studying. You might wonder, am I too old for this? Am I behind everyone else? But the reality is you have different challenges, but also different strengths. Don't let negative self-talk or doubt sabotage your progress. Remind yourself of everything you've accomplished and realize that law schools need people like you, people who bring depth and variety to the classroom. Now, your GPA might be outdated, 5, 10, 20 years old, and schools are going to know that this number from the past doesn't necessarily reflect your current abilities, and they're going to place more emphasis on your LSAT score as a result. So whatever your GPA is, don't worry about it. Don't think too much about it. A strong LSAT score will help reassure admissions officers that you're ready for the rigors of law school right now, and you have plenty of chances to get your LSAT score up to boost your odds of getting into the best schools possible with as much scholarship money as possible. And so If you want to explain your academic history, maybe you didn't take college seriously back when you were 19, just use an addendum in your application, keep it brief, factual, and emphasize how you've grown since then. And if you can't get college professors from 15 years ago to write your letters of rec, that's okay. Focus more on professional recommendations. Employers, supervisors, or colleagues can attest to your work ethic, leadership skills, and problem-solving abilities. And that real-world perspective often stands out more powerfully than a generic academic reference from way back when. Just be sure to choose people who know you well, because quality of detail is more important than a big fancy job title. Now, let's get into the nuts and bolts of LSAT prep. Your approach should maximize your strengths and address any gaps. The first strategy I'll share with you is time-boxed daily study. Instead of trying to knock out a 4-hour study session, you can carve out 30 to 60-minute blocks each day. This approach will keep you mentally fresh and help you avoid burnout. Over the course of months, consistent prep pays off a lot more than infrequent cramming sessions here and there. So to break it down, you could spend 15 minutes reviewing tough practice questions, 15 minutes analyzing correct and incorrect answers, and 30 minutes practicing timed sections. Whatever you do, find a pattern that fits your schedule. Maybe it's mornings and evenings, and then stick to that plan. You also want to emphasize accuracy over speed to start with. Because older students might have less study time, there's a big temptation to rush through your practice tests, but speed should be your second priority. First, focus on getting each question right, even if it takes you a few extra minutes. Build accuracy first, understand why the right answer is right and why the others are wrong. Only once your accuracy is consistent should you then transition to work on timing. If you go too fast too soon, that's going to lead to sloppy mistakes and confusion. Now, law school admission officers look at your overall LSAT score, not the breakdown by section or question type. And so you want to address any glaring weaknesses, whatever your low-hanging fruit is. You're going to want to start there. Maybe you have difficulty reading lengthy, complex reading passages, or maybe particular types of logical reasoning questions. You want to create a cycle where you attempt problems in your weaker area, review thoroughly to understand every mistake you're making, and then reattempt similar problems to reinforce what you've learned. Over time, you turn your weaknesses into strengths, and we help you do that at LSAT Unplugged with your personalized day-by-day study plan. If you'd like my help putting one together and matching you with private one-on-one coaching on a consistent basis, again, check out the links below to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. Now, you're going to want to track your progress in a study journal or a spreadsheet where you record what you study each day, your accuracy and timing on drills, and any key insights you're getting from your prep or any recurring mistakes that you're making. If you see trends like consistently missing a certain question type, you can then diagnose problems early and address them before test day. That's going to be a lot more useful than just guessing what your weak areas are. Over weeks and months as you prep, you'll start seeing clear patterns in your performance and improvements associated. Now, when it comes to the law school application essays, the personal statement should share your journey and your motivation. Maybe you worked for a global nonprofit and discovered you love advocacy. Maybe you ran a small business and kept running into complex regulations that piqued your interest in law. Whatever that spark is, tell that story, not just what you did, but why it matters to you, how those experiences shaped your decision to pursue the law, and why you're pursuing it now. Show the admissions officers the logic behind your transition into law and what excites you about studying law at this stage of your life. Now, you also want to consider full-time law schools versus part-time law school programs. Now, I wanted to share a quick recap and some closing thoughts to set you on the path to LSAT success. First, embrace your experience. Don't hide your age, celebrate it. Your background, resilience, and perspective are assets. Second, create a realistic LSAT study plan. Tiny, regular study blocks are more effective than marathon study sessions. Keep refining your approach as you discover what works best for you. 3, focus on thorough review, using a technique like the Socratic review method that we incorporate into our live online classes and one-on-one coaching sessions, because every practice question is a chance to learn something new. Every question that you get wrong is an opportunity to learn something new. Dig into the logic behind why you found the correct answer unappealing at first and why you were tempted by the wrong answer so that you can avoid making the mistake next time around. 4th, stay confident and realistic. You might not have unlimited free time to study for the LSAT, and that's totally fine. Instead, commit to consistent, progress, even if it's only 30 minutes or an hour per day. Finally, tell a great story in your law school personal statement and your other essays. Let them see how far you've come and where you want to go. If you combine these steps, you'll be well on your way to maximizing your LSAT potential and your overall law school admissions outcomes. And again, if you'd like my help, you could check out the links below to book a call with me and my team. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.